Yo, what's up? It's the RTG podcast. We back at it again, and we're reviewing Red Pill content.
Yes, sir.
This is basically me, an avid Red Pill content viewer, exposing my friends to this type of content because I don't know. They know of it. They're aware of it, but they're not really into it like I am. So
Yeah, like I'll see Instagram clips of some of the people that he's pulling up for us to watch, and I've seen clips of them and some of the stuff that they comment on, but never like their actual whole thing, their video.
which is great because that means that you're gonna get the honest reactions of this content.
And my actions are a little too honest, just if y'all haven't seen the first episode. So just, bear with me. It's your boy Solo, man. Let's get to it.
Let's do it. This is KO too. Okay. Okay.
Oh, no, we got cut.
Nah, we're good. We're good. Fucking.
And I hope y'all had a good week, man. It's Friday here. It's the 11th.
Yeah, man. How's your week?
I was
Speaking
talking
of that.
to your viewers.
Yeah.
Viewers.
Yeah.
I had a good week though.
Okay.
But I hope y'all did too. How was yours?
It was cool. It was good. It was productive.
I got me a rental car finally.
Nice.
I've been out of a car for a while. And
I know.
it feels real good to finally be
What
back
type of car
driving.
did you get?
Oh, you want me to do it to the people? I'm just playing. I got a little Dodge Charger. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
That around. Do we got a background? Oh, it's a major lag.
Yeah, it's a lag. It's lagging right now.
Damn.
Don't move quick.
Does it record like that too?
Yeah, it'll still be lagged.
Oh,
But, as soon as I
we're getting it together.
I'm getting my money
Jump on
together
it.
and I'm going to get a better computer
I know. Oh,
and
yeah.
the lag will be gone. But for now, rock with us, people. And, we'll step it up as time goes.
We
Just
gonna make
travel
it
with us. Yeah, and sometimes it'll lag. See, right now it's back. It's like,
That's good.
it's pretty, yeah.
It's when I get to talking, like you get to mess up the camera.
If you move around a lot, it's going to make the CPU go up because you're wearing that yellow shirt.
I'm tearing them up right now.
Mm-hmm.
So is that move? I done fucked them up with that one.
All right, let's
Let's
see.
get it.
Keep skipping forward.
Do you guys think body count matters?
Wait, let me connect to your
Speaker. Let me plug it up.
Okay. But yeah, I like this lady we're about to watch right here. She's alright. Can you turn it towards us so I can turn it down a little? Yeah. Kind of flip it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing a little technical difficulties right now. We're getting it right. Yeah, that's cool right there. That's perfect.
And we back.
Alrighty. See how loud that is.
Do you guys think body count matters?
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
Is this for both genders?
For women. Let's say for women.
Yes.
And
You wanna answer that question on our end?
Go first.
I think it depends on what you're talking about because some women will go, body counts don't matter. I still get guys all the time. And what they fail to realize is, yeah, guys are having sex with you, but they're not choosing you as a long-term mate.
Nah, just for that
Body. Yeah, they just want the body.
So
Go.
if they have a high body count and they're like airheaded like that, then nah, cause then that's all that they're about is like these things that everyone else, all these other women are worried about. Majority of women are money, sex, and all that. But if she was purposeful with these bodies and maybe trying and I don't know, something about intellect and just a woman being able to explain herself and not blame anybody or play the blame card, but I don't know. Depends on the woman too. What she has, what I see her having for me. That's a complex question. If I'm just trying to hit it and quit it, not really. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
If we're trying to be something, yeah, it matters.
It matters.
It matters.
Yes, when things get real, it matters because I feel like if her behavior is changed because of the fact that she has these bodies on her, then it's like I don't know if it's
Oh, you
is
know
it
what?
plugged up?
It's plugged up. No, you're connected now.
Oh, okay. I'm like, is it? But yeah, I feel like it's all right. It's not all right, but I feel like I could look past it if it didn't mess up her mind. But I feel
Yeah.
like it does mess up women's mind.
It does.
And I've heard, I don't know if it was Pearl I've heard say this, but I've heard some of the Red Pill content people say that the more people a woman has slept with, the less chances of her marriage lasting or whatever.
Right,
You know,
right.
so it has an effect. You know, but
If that's because the marriage breaks up due to infidelity, which some people look past.
yeah.
So it's, you know what you're looking for.
I feel like it don't even have to be infidelity. Sometimes it's just like women thinking that the grass is greener on the other side or whatever. They're like, I'm tired of this guy. He does this or that I don't like. And the guy at my job, he flirts with me all the time. And he seems like a good guy. He drives the BMW or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So they just choose up. And then they figure out that most guys are similar, you know. Even a guy with more money, he's still similar to the guy you was just with. So
Yeah. Just getting it easier.
he just
and
got more money.
it might take you out somewhere better to eat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. Or not. Well,
All right, let's see. Let's get back to this. If we can. God dang. Struggling.
Do you guys think body count matters?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Is this for both genders?
Yeah.
For women, let's say for women.
Yes.
And then for men, do women than men, so
Okay.
Oh, not for men, no.
no, matters for, yeah, go ahead.
Women, yes. Men,
I agree. I don't think it matters for men. I feel like it matters. It matters, but
I
not in
mean,
the same way.
nah, because for us, I feel like it's like a narrowing down process.
I feel like for us, it's more of an accomplishment. It's like, because you had to put in work to get in there.
I don't be feeling it personally. I don't be feeling accomplished when I get. My opinion can grow. I don't be feeling accomplished. I feel like
You don't feel like you accomplished the mission that you're working hard on? Well, not hard, but like you were working on.
you're gonna have to come back to me on this. I wanna have.
Yeah.
I wanna have a great like response to that.
Yes. The answer is yes. Because when a guy pursues a woman, he actually expends a lot of energy. Like, you gotta pay. You gotta pick her up. You gotta take her out somewhere nice. You gotta be nice to her. You have to court her. All she gotta do is be pretty, feminine, and attractive. You know, that's about it, man.
So that's about it. But let me say this
And
though.
healthy.
Yes, that is
But go ahead.
something I look at, and just when women like, what do you like in women? I'm like, someone who's healthy. That's one of the things I say. I really do value that. But I will say this: the women that I can't even say that. No, yes I can. Majority of the women that I've wanted, to, like, I would be like, yeah, I'd date you, like, be my girlfriend date, because I had that feeling about them from day one, week one, whatever. Like, I chose not to sleep with them. Like, some of the prettiest, I guess, not just pretty, but intellectual women that I've known and have, you know, kicked it with, had in my crib, out taken out to dinner,
Yeah.
didn't have sex with.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the pretty girls who I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna ever date this bitch.
Uh-huh.
I'm smacking first night.
Yes.
You know? So, yeah, I feel accomplished then. So, no, because I felt very unaccomplished in the situations in which I didn't have sex with the woman.
Yes.
But, like, I guess cared about her more.
The relationship
Then the
was
rest of
more
it.
important
Than
than the
the sex.
sex
Yeah.
in those situations, right? So I feel like that's a good distinction. Oh my God! All right, I need to stop doing that.
Oh, not for men, no.
No, matters for, yeah, go ahead.
women, yes. Men, not so much.
Okay.
No.
Neither? Okay.
I think it only matters how it's put out there.
How old is she?
Because a woman can have a...
She giving her face for like a different
love
generation.
this lady. I love this lady, okay? Be careful before you say anything, speak anything ill about my auntie.
I asked how old she was.
I don't know. She's like an older lady.
Giving her take on, I feel like, a very much so generational question. Like,
Yes. She's like a grandma or something, but her takes are so just on
Different.
point every time. I agree with everything she says. But
is she single?
I think so.
Okay, so is everything that she says something that she's practiced or something that she's learned
Yes.
via wisdom?
Yes.
So she's single because I'm just out of curiosity.
Most people, when I listen to them, I'm listening and I'm waiting to hear the wisdom that they're going to say. I need to hear some type of knowledge that is like passed down that I could use in my life.
All right.
Or else I'm gonna put you in a category of you're just a regular person, or you're not into that type of stuff, And I don't hold that against people.
No, but here's what I'm saying. Is it just wisdom? Because if these are things that she's learned has had aha moments and then not learned like through experience necessarily, but due to her age and her generation, is she just saying things that she hasn't practiced or put into practice herself, and therefore aren't really, can you even say, realistic? Like,
I don't know, but you can't really judge that when you're having a conversation with somebody, because I mean, based off the fact that they have like decent clothes on or whatever, and they don't look like a homeless person, you could basically judge that, like their appearance. But you can only do that so deeply, because there's some rich people who wear cheap shoes or whatever, So it's like you can only do that to a certain extent. But from what she's saying, because I've heard people like try to sound deep or whatever, and then it's like they're not saying anything. There's no point to what they're saying, But with her, it's like she actually is making like super valid points against some of the girls that come on. The girls will be like, "Yeah, why can't I have 90 bodies on me?" And then she'll be like, "Well,
think about that.
let's hear what she got to say."
What does that even sound like? Who said that? I want her IG. So I can talk to her, not so I can.
Woman can have a
Fuck
high
her.
body count, nobody knows about it. She carries herself, or even men would know about it, and she carries herself different. Men would treat her different. But you can have somebody with a high body count, not even as high as that woman's body count, and it's all out there for everyone to see. It's all over the internet.
Isn't this what I just said?
Because you must know women that have got high
Okay, I
body
fuck with
counts,
it
you still
already.
respect them because of the way they carry themselves. And normally it's the older woman, not the younger woman. Because there's lots of older women out there with high body counts, and people still respect them. They're the aunties, they're the grandmas. But then you get the young women now, and they got a high body count.
But they're straight whores.
It's like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Didn't you say
Yeah, to get on
so
fucking
you
internet and go,
woman you sleep with?
oh, yeah, I fucked so let me tell you the story. I was like, who? Fuck it, I don't even want to talk about it because they're going to see this and try to bash me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So
Why do you get on the internet and talk about shit like that?
Because it's a currency in today's
That's
society.
stupid. No, not to say society. In that little group, which is this big old pocket of group think.
Yeah.
And then you affect the little kids and all these motherfuckers who can't think for themselves and just love to run with group think because that's what gets them friends and gives them something to talk about. It's just what everybody else is talking about.
Yeah.
And something to post about, something to get mad about because shit in your life is going wrong, man. Fuck all of that. We need to worry, people need to worry about them.
As human beings,
And stop posting that shit for everybody to see.
we need groups and we need communities.
Well, I got girls telling people about who they seeing and what they doing.
That's what girls
that's
do.
weird.
Girls gossip. That's just part of their
Men
function.
gossip too. I ain't going for
Yes, they do.
It's even worse.
There are feminine men, But yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But women don't know that because they're always trying to get that better man.
What women don't know that? Women definitely know that.
What?
No, it's like a code.
If they did, why would they be sleeping with so many
Because
men? If they
the-
knew a body count
I'll
mattered,
just-
why would they bother?
I'll
Because
just
they lie.
yeah, I'll just a quick stat.
Yeah,
Only
they know it
30%.
matters. I agree with old boy. Women know that it matters to us. They know it matters to
They do.
us, but they don't. They just lie. They can just lie about it,
They can.
But
Because we're thirsty and we're going to still try to fuck them.
But what I said earlier still it plays a factor. Like if I can tell by your behavior by how you're acting towards me that something happened in your past, and I can just attribute that to how many guys you've been with, then that's gonna be a deal breaker for me. I'm gonna be like, she's acting weird because she's been smashed and passed by so many guys that you could tell like she's soulless now or whatever. It's like you can just tell with some
I've seen
girls.
them girl too.
You can see that. You can see it in their
Who
behavior.
was that?
Not as a wife, you know.
It's a one night stand though.
When a woman gets married and she's a virgin, she has an 80% chance of a happy marriage. If she slept with more than 5 people, it drops to 30%.
That's such a.
That means I'm at 2%. But did you know what I mean? I'm also, did you know what I mean? I've got to be at 2% or something like that.
Yeah, and I think it's not like the end all. It's not
like
saying
you
like
got one
every
girl.
single girl that slept around, like that's her fate. But it's, I think to say that like sleeping around is good for women is kind of a lie that feminism teaches. Go ahead.
I think it's bad for women. I think it's bad for both, but more so for women because
Feminism is just as bad as
with men,
the
there's a pride
transgender
attached to it.
movement.
With women, there's a stigma
Well,
attached
be
to
quiet
it.
on that.
So I think nowadays the women are trying to turn that stigma into pride, and it's not working.
Yeah, they're
I think
trying.
that's where the modern women get lost because that stigma of having a high body count is no longer there. They're wearing it with pride.
I think it also, like from a
I agree.
male point of view, it also depends on the people she slept with to a point as well.
How they treat her.
Because if,
Yeah, that's
for
what I was
example, say you
saying.
live in one of those areas where people
Psychological
know each
aspect.
other. Okay, one of men's biggest, I don't want to say nightmares, but
Like if I met a girl and she was older, let's say I met her in my early 30s, like right now, and she had a couple bodies. She had like 6, 7, and she told me the honest truth. And or because she had like long relationships, then I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But if I meet her and she's like 20, 30 people, once it's double digits, 10 people is like pushing it for me. I'm like, oh, so you've been with 10 guys? Oh, okay. But that wouldn't be the ultimate deal breaker. That would just be a mark on the deal breaker side of the thing. Like,
Do you ask?
know.
I've never asked a girl's body count. Like,
I wouldn't
seriously.
I wouldn't either.
Like playing, like playfully.
There would have to be something that she does, or maybe she's asking me questions, or we're just asking random questions. She's like, "Oh, let's play 21 questions or whatever, to get to know each other," and she asks that of me, and I tell her like honestly, like I really don't know. I've been with a lot of girls, and then she'll be like, "Oh, you're a dog," and I'm like, "Yeah, because it looks good on a guy."
Right.
And then she'll tell me her body count, and she'll be like, well, you'll be able to tell if she lies or not, and then you go call her on it and be like, for real, be real with me. And she'll be like,
Shit, man, they don't
like
be real. They be
9.
lying. Girls be lying. Well, 9.
Yeah.
9 men,
You
women.
don't take the word as the truth. Whatever she says, just know that it's in that range. It's probably above that range, but it's in that range.
You talking to? I don't take nothing bald face. People love to make themselves sound good. Like,
Yes.
Especially off that first impression. Like, women love to just say bullshit. Man, fuck all that. So I just look at, there's some telltales like hygiene, the way their body's been, is upkept. Kind of tell from their diet, just some of their values, and I'm really big like that. Like, I'm gonna ask you questions, you think I'm listening, but by the end of my question, I already know what type of woman you are, how you carry yourself, and what I would want, what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like the backup type shit. Like, nah.
Yeah.
And then trying to raise a family, and you don't have that for yourself. You're not gonna do that for your kids, type shit. Like, no.
Yeah, a lot of the red pill content people, well, this came from Kevin Samuels. He would say that what men want is femininity,
Absolutely.
friendliness, and fitness.
Yeah.
For them to be fit, physically and mentally,
Yeah, mentally for sure.
But that's not what we
Physically.
get in the modern world, bro.
No.
But I feel like the mentally part is like, you're not gonna, like, women are kind of crazy, bro. Like, most women are crazy. Most guys are like kind of crazy, but we're more in control of our crazy.
Most 7 through 10s are crazy. You get.
Oh yeah, and the hotter they get, usually the crazier they
Wait,
get.
but it's also like acid and bases, right? So it's like the far left and the far right, or the far left and the far right, both crazy. So you gotta get away from this middle and but a little more towards the
Yes.
the four. But
There's a middle range of women who are just regular women. They're
looking
just
for a
regular.
solid 6, bro,
You know.
who has her head on straight, making some bread, hopefully. And if she's not, it don't matter. Just have her head on straight.
So you would take a 6 who just like she's level-headed, she got a nice little job, over a 10 that doesn't
What is a
really
nice
have a
little
job and is low-key crazy.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna have a girlfriend, and girls that I date, know
So
that.
it would be an open relationship.
Absolutely. Oh no, she couldn't be with nobody else. But I mean, it'd be a mutual agreement, not even
Okay.
open relationships, a mutual agreement.
Yeah.
If you want to be around, I want to be around. Cool then. But I'll take a solid 6. Not even a good job. She has to be an entrepreneur. Businesses, cribs, something, a house, something. She gotta bring something to the table. I'll bring something to the table. That's it. Just match my fly. That's all I'm looking for. I'm a solid 6. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like in modern day, yeah, if I met a girl, I would at least expect her to have a job and
Yeah.
a place, you
Yeah.
know. Even if she has roommates. Be like, all right, at least you can hold it down with roommates,
Nah.
you know.
She got. I honestly, when a girl lives by herself.
Nah, not in this economy, not out here.
Not in. Yeah,
I'll be like, hey, if you can just pay rent, if you can contribute to rent somewhere else, then you could stay with me. But I don't know. I'd be like, no, to most modern women. I'm like,
because once they get in, look at what they be watching and posting on Instagram. They think someone's gonna pay for everything.
mm-hmm.
Like Daddy Warbucks. Girls not. That's another thing. Girls not even looking for fucking boyfriends no more. Relationships. They're looking for a dad, and an assistant. And if
Yeah.
you're not their dad and assistant first, you can't be their lover. And that's the wrong order for me.
That sounds crazy.
It's about hang-ups is bumping into another guy.
You can't father
Like,
them.
oh, I know your
You
girl.
can't
Like,
love
I
them, which
know
is this
her.
fucked up way to think it.
I think, yeah, you got actually the point. So, body count for men, so when you're approaching a girl, because it actually touching your confidence. So, since you know that your women actually slept with 10, 20 other men, you like losing confidence. And your your first worry is
What is she out there
No.
doing? Is she not around?
Yeah, you don't.
Exactly.
she
You don't-
slept with.
Well-
So it's about you, not about us.
Well, but if you give something away for free, it's not valuable.
What?
So if
It's
you
not give it for free.
well, if
You're
you're
not
gi- if
giving
you're
it.
gi-
It is
if you're
for
giving it
free.
to a lot of people, it's not valuable.
It's not for free. Just a dinner and a pair of shoes. I'm a new age prostitute. That's what it's called. That's new age prostitution.
It's-
Instead of,
It's panhandling. It's sexual panhandling.
I'll give him that too. Yeah.
Wait.
Right, because
Absolutely.
men and women are different. Women are born with value, where men have to create their value. So for you to want to sleep with a guy, he's got to be tall, he's got to be good looking.
You gotta have something as a guy to get women, and that's why it makes it like a badge of honor that you could sleep with women. Like you could pull women. You know, that's not, and it's not the same for men and women in that aspect.
I say confidence boost. Like,
What do you mean?
but I mean, if you're someone who's getting women, you already have confidence.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
but that doesn't. I mean, it might add to the confidence once you've established within yourself that this thing that you thought you can do, you can do. But I wasn't fucking women and my confidence growing. If anything, it made me less confident in women. Like, just.
But it made you confident of your ability to get women. Right? And for a guy to get women, he has to have at least, at minimum, game. He has to have, like, some
That varies.
potential. He has to have
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, for women,
You
they just have to be pretty,
Without makeup.
and they just have to be like low key fit, because guys will have sex with fat girls. So just low key fit, like
And guys will have sex with
attractive.
ugly girls.
And that's it, bro.
They
Guys
will
will have sex with
anything,
ugly
bro.
girls, bro.
I'm just that's why it's like confident. I'm at this badge of honor. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe.
I think,
You
yeah.
fuck an ugly girl and you get that little new achievement unlocked above your head.
Hey, it's like there's levels to it. Some guy, you know, you gotta start there, but you can't stay there.
Nah, but ugly girl's funny here and there. Fat girls need
Be
love
good
too,
looking, you gotta have
Craig.
a job,
Shout out to the
like,
ugly
he
girls.
has to do things.
Shout out to the fat
One out of
girls.
3 men under 30 are virgins or
If
have
you ain't too
sex in
late.
the past year.
Hey, if you ain't 280, you ain't a lady. That's all the last thing I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
And women are sleeping with 5 to 20% of guys. So the reason like women hate men is because we're all sleeping with the same ones.
I'm not agree
Wow,
about
these
this,
amazing
honestly, because
Did you hear what she said?
Mm-hmm.
She's saying that most women are trying to go after like the same guys, so they're basically all sleeping with the same guys, and they get mad about them and talk mess about most guys.
the fact you, as he said, the fact you slept with multiple men or whatever, how many they are, doesn't really, it depends, like, was you actually in a relationship with him? Or it was just occasional
No,
thing?
that don't
you know?
matter.
And I also accept occasional stuff, like, because...
If you got 10
you know,
bodies, and you gonna tell me that there's 10 relationships, I'm definitely gonna be your 11th relationship and not your last.
Yeah, and even that, I was like, that's kind of a red
What the
flag.
fuck?
I'm like, all right. So, guys, you're just a serial dater. You're
Like,
just you
guys-
just get in relationships, have sex with the person, and then break up, and then get into another
And
relationship.
to me, that's a, yeah, like you said, like a mental
That's
something, disparity, something going on. Like that just extreme loneliness.
she's addicted to relationships.
Or the false sense of, oh, that's, since we were in a relationship, it's not bad, like as you just described. Like, oh, how did I get the bodies? Was I with somebody? Like, well, now I know you got 15.
The purpose of dating is not sex. Sex is a feature of dating. The purpose of dating is to figure out if you're gonna cat. The purpose of dating is to figure out if you're gonna marry this person or not. And the purpose of marriage is to procreate, to create children. You know, so it is what it is, man.
Which I have none of. I would love some kids, man.
Get married.
I'm not getting
if
married.
you match someone
Don't have
and
kids
you know,
Why
you
not?
just want to enjoy your...
What?
Because kids belong inside marriages.
No, we should. That
Not
should be
outside of them.
Should have a podcast about that. I don't believe that.
What? Why don't you believe that?
'Cause I don't believe in marriage.
Why don't you believe in
At
marriage?
least what you mean?
Explain why you don't believe in marriage.
No, we're just gonna say that for another podcast
Why?
because that's not talking about them.
Huh?
This is we're talking about what they're talking about. We're not. We're
Marriage.
going to explore this. No.
Marriage
It's made up.
is a union between man, woman, and God.
It doesn't make
A
anybody
commitment between those three
Christian. The Christian.
that they would procreate and make children. That's how societies are built.
Yeah.
Thousands of years, people got married, made children, and went to work. That's how buildings got built. That's how the streets got paved. That's how we have electricity.
Not through marriage.
Yes.
It was.
What do you mean?
There are not through marriage. Buildings were made through reproduction and.
Yes.
A lot of, I promise you, there's a lot more kids out here outside of marriages than kids from marriages.
No, but
For 100%
but
fact.
when like kids that come from like single parent families, usually statistically speaking, are more likely to end up in jail, more likely to like murder people, more likely to be in a gang. So most of the people who built those buildings came from those parent families.
No, that's
Two
not true.
parent families, brother.
I do not. That's not.
Two. You know. So it takes a man and a woman to raise a kid. If you have a kid and then you separate the father from that family or the mother, you're damaging that kid.
See, marriage to me is the literal handing down of a woman's responsibility from father to husband.
Yes.
Husband from in the sense of
That is an aspect
you're
of it.
my wife, but not through the Christianity put into, you know, America marriage. Like that's not marriage is not that. So just we'd have to talk about what
I
is
don't
marriage.
understand. Marriage is
the
marriage
passing of
is a
responsibility, not
marriage is
just
a
institutional
marriage is the
signing of
institution
contract.
of
I don't feel like that makes people love each other more.
is no, that's not what marriage is about.
No,
Marriage
it
is
doesn't.
not about making you love the other
Nor
person
does
more.
it make a family whole. Nor does it mean that they'll stay
does.
together. Which is why divorce is so high. Which is why more, if we're going to say
The
statistics,
Bible says that
more than- see,
what
I'm not
God puts
Christian.
together, no man should tear asunder.
We can't. I'm not Christian.
I'm just saying. That's just
Yeah, that's
doctrine.
just
You know.
words from a man.
No, that's
lives.
words from many men, thousands of years ago,
Many.
that has sustained people for thousands of years. Am I wrong?
I think Christianity and religion has killed more people than any war of any other resource, i.e., gold or tobacco or land, since the beginning of time. The religious wars have been the most brutal. One to name, you know, Hitler's attack on the Jews. Like, that was a major thing, one of the biggest mass everything. Like,
But that wasn't a Christian-led thing.
no, but it was a religion-led thing.
But okay, now you're switching the argument.
just a religion.
We're talking about Christianity, and we're talking about marriage,
And all
we're
of
talking
these-
about marriage's function in society. Marriage's function is to create healthy human beings. When you separate the man from the woman, all the negative statistics, the kid goes
I
up
see
in
what you-
those.
It just clicked.
So,
what you're saying, but I
if you
wouldn't say
if you
that, but I see
if you
what you're
have a
saying as far
baby
as-
with a woman who you don't
I
love,
see what you're
who you
saying.
would
I see
not
that.
marry, then why are you having a baby with her? Why would you have a baby with a person who you would not want to be with
Okay.
for the rest of your life?
Okay.
It does not make sense.
Okay.
Because you're dooming your child to a life of not having their father or not having their mother. You get me? Or having to watch their mother and father be at odds with each other. And that's not how you raise a healthy kid. Because the kid is innocent. The kid has no
Until they
say in
implement
being born. You have a responsibility as a human being, as a father, to make sure that the situation that you create for that kid is the most positive it can be.
I
You get me?
agree with that. I don't think me saying that I don't agree with marriage is me saying that I don't agree with the reason why two people should have one and then raise a child. I think there's kind of two different things too.
Marriage is designed for
Like the soul.
two people to come together and raise and create life and raise that life.
That's what it says in the Bible, though.
Yes, but that's the function. That's the meaning of life, is to
Meaning of life, yes.
to keep
Not the
cloning
purpose of
yourself,
marriage, yes.
to keep
Meaning of
yes,
life,
and the purpose of
100%.
marriage.
I agree with that.
Marriage is the union
where
of
you
man
lose me.
and woman to create a baby. If you don't want to create a baby, don't get married. Just stay single.
No, I'm for sure gonna have.
If you want to have a baby, then marry the girl you have a baby with.
And I would take care. I would have a household without having to go sign documents saying that I'm married to this
Then
woman.
it's not real. It's not real.
It's 100%. What's not
Because
real?
you have no skin in the game.
What aspect is not
You
real?
have no skin in the game. Marriage is about shackling yourself to another person and saying, no matter what, until death, I'm not leaving. This ring, that means till death. I would have to die. I would never divorce my wife. I would have to die before I leave her. That's how serious I take marriage. You know.
No, I feel that. And,
So-
and I think the union of somebody just outside the concept of
It's not real unless you get your community involved, unless you get the state involved. It's just your common law living, basically. And at any moment, she could just leave, or you could just leave, But with marriage, like, there's actual stakes. There's actual, stuff on the line.
I
You have
agree
to
with
get
that.
divorced, But you're not supposed to. The Bible says you're not supposed to,
Yeah, I just feel like once a father from that aspect transfers that responsibility, like that's something that's understood.
Uh-huh.
And not that I'm I don't even want to go into that, I guess.
Because women and children are innocent.
But that's what it is. That's at the point that you are responsible, and I think it's more so a responsibility than so much a shackling, right?
Yeah.
You're responsible as a man to take care of this woman, which is why her father passed that responsibility to you and said, hey,
Yes.
I've been doing this for this woman.
Yes.
I cannot be the man that you can be to her.
Yes.
You have asked for this.
Because the father can't have children with her.
Exactly. He cannot be what that other man can be,
Exactly.
right? Nor should he want to be.
Yes.
So here is her hand, this is her to you, like you are now everything I can't be, and then more.
But I feel like
That doesn't take the responsibility aspect of relationship. The foundation is not built off of the contract. I think
It
so.
is.
People get married without that foundation, and then what happens? They get divorced.
Yes.
But people who have that foundation in them and then go ahead and sign the contract because they feel this have more success. But it's what's the foundation? What's the root of it? The root is not the signing. The root is not the shackling. The root is foundationally. How do we make this sound? By doing things the right way. Asking, knowing that it's a transfer of responsibility, like really, like, and not even having to think about it like that, but keeping in mind that you are responsible for this person, just like a dog. You don't buy a dog and take it back to the pound. You don't, you are responsible to show up to work when you get a job on
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I mean, cool, like,
yeah.
it's not even so much that you have to go do all of that,
But even at
show
your
and tell
job,
the
when you
people.
get the job, you have to go in and sign documents.
Yeah,
you don't just
but
come
that's-
in and
but
just
that's
work
why,
under the
so
table.
that you don't come in late, and if you do, you know that you get fired. And
That's the
because,
same thing with marriage.
Exactly, because job is also falls under the same institution that marriage falls under, right? So
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it's legal
government.
contracts, and you
Yeah.
fail to break these contracts. It's not between you and the woman no more. Now some other entity is stepping in. At which point, it's not a union between man and woman. It is a union between man, woman, and government. And now someone else can come and do something to my family. That to me is not as real as me knowing that I have sole responsibility over not just making sure that I stay alive for my family, but I keep my family alive by doing what needs to be done, bringing in the money, not just being someone else's father, but being
And the contract
this
with the
person.
government makes it real. It makes it have consequences for you to have
Right.
babies with this woman
makes it
and just
consequential.
leave.
It doesn't make
because
it
now
real,
she
though.
can use the government to take half your stuff. Now half her stuff is legally yours. So without that, you could just go and make babies with her. You know,
and see, at
it
that
have
point,
no consequence.
right at that point, that's someone who lacks responsibility, and that same person is probably someone who shows up late for work. That same person is someone who's not walking their dog every day, but is beating the dog for it, pooping in the house. That same person is probably someone who was not going to class and was doing things the wrong way anyway. So it's not a matter of having to show that anyone who is going to do anything against their own will and then the will of others, like especially to do harm, knowing that will do harm them, is not a good person anyways. And that's why I'm still single. That's why I don't have kids at 29, soon to be 30, but because I foundationally have not found that with somebody, or I have not met, family, none of that, like whatever.
If
to
you
even
want,
establish that.
if you want to find somebody, you have
There's
to.
people I could have married and had kids with.
You have to date with purpose.
But what is that? I definitely date with purpose, and my purpose is to.
What's the end goal if you're dating?
Depends on who I'm with. If it's a woman that I see myself just fucking, my end goal of dating that woman that night or that week is to fuck. If I see a woman that I want to be with, like I won't fuck her. I'll make sure that I don't, and I'll keep it strictly. Have her home at the time that I said I have her home. I date just like that, and those women usually have other guys doing that same thing. So it's a lose-lose sometimes. You win some, you lose some, and can't win for losing in other situations. So, I mean, there's that, and that's the dating scene in today's day.
If I was dating at my age, my end goal of dating would be to find a wife. All girls who are not wives disqualify themselves from my time.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not
Most women
wasting
are not
at
wives.
30. So yeah, I'm gonna be moving them to the side very quickly. Okay.
I'm still getting my dick wet.
Whoa.
I'm getting my meat wet.
Whoa.
I'm still young. My testosterone is still flowing strong.
But that's the thing. There's so many women out here. There's so many avenues of free vagina out there.
Right.
That why would you ever get married?
Right.
If you can have unlimited,
because it's not about
unlimited
vagina.
free vagina. Why would you ever?
That's because that's not the basis of my relationship. Is not sex.
Okay.
Me looking for a wife is not to have someone to sleep with every night. So, and which is why me meeting the women that I would take it that far with, I don't sleep with that night because it's not about sex.
Yeah.
So foundationally, I'm not setting it up on that. So if I'm out and I'm fucking, it's bitches I'm trying to just fuck. So it's not taking anything from me. I'm not in a position where I'm lying to myself like, oh, this is the one, and I'm not lying to the women that I'm with. It's cool relationships. It's like having work buddies. You talk to people and you go home. You know, these are women that I meet, and they're not. I'm at the point where you're not taking anything from me. I'm making dinner tonight. You want to stop by? We watching movies. That's what we doing. We're going out. Okay, we're going out. If I find the woman and we don't just go out but we continue to go out, then that's how I know. That's the point. I'm at the point where I'm not pushing for anything. I'm not forcing anybody into anything. The women who, I mean, you've seen some women like more faces often than others and that's the woman who wants to be around. You know, I'm free. I work, and when I'm not, I'm here. You know, and are available rather. And it's baffling to me how many women post or have statuses or whatever about how they're looking for XYZ or ABC and don't really adhere to that.
I think that there's still good women out there. They're
for
just
sure.
harder to find. But if you are smashing through other women who are just like, you know, giving it up, then you'll never find her. You will never find her.
Why not?
Because she's gonna be like a diamond in the rough, and other guys are looking for her too. So you're the woman who is compatible with you. She's getting snatched up every day. So, and then the older you get, the older the girls in the age range of a woman who you would marry, they're getting married or they're having kids or whatever. So you're gonna meet her and she's gonna either have a kid or she's gonna be married already.
When I find her, and I don't hit the first night because that's what she wanted and that's not what I wanted, and she stick around, believe me, I will be married and I will have kids by that right woman. But I'm not ugly, man. Women have tried to have kids with me. Women have tried to do all of that. Like, I've had to turn them down. I'm not gonna lie.
There are women who have
and have this same conversation. You're about to be 30 or 27, 28. Don't you want to settle down? Like, am I not a good candidate? Like, man, most of these women got kids already.
Yes.
A lot of them, the good ones, right? Because they thought they found, like, I don't know. Like, no, we live in a different age, and I'm trying to find a woman who.
That would disqualify her for me as well if she had a kid. But go ahead.
And I found one girl one time. Same understandings, if even talking about having kids and getting married the right way, asking her father, you know, Muslim woman. So, you know, it made sense to her, what I was saying. And having, like, natural birth and not making, you know, me letting her know if we ever even got that far, she wouldn't take medicine. And, you know, I'm looking, and I didn't cheat. I'm not a cheater. You know? Well, in relationships, I don't cheat. But when I'm single, I'll be out there. If I find a girl, that's cool. If I'm at home chilling, though, man, I'm getting a body. If I'm outside, I'm not looking for a woman to take home.
I'm like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. I could see that.
Women that I want to see.
As a young single man, I don't hold that against you. I do not hold that against you. All I'm saying is, if you don't spend any time like strategizing about where you're gonna meet women of quality, then you're gonna just keep bumping into girls who you would rather just have sex with. You know,
you'd be surprised, man. Just like you watch a lot of these podcasts, and a lot of these women just want to be smashed.
Yes.
Or they're looking for, like I said, father like qualities as far as financially taking care of somebody, and not from a perspective that a husband, right, would his wife, but from a way that a father would his daughter. Yeah. Like, women throw a whole tantrum. I've seen women throw whole tantrums over
the modern women.
You don't do that.
Modern women is having sex out here, so most of them you meet are already gonna have like a good amount of bodies on them. So you're gonna have to work through some damage or whatever to kind of work on them, because the grass is not green on the other side, bro. They're
Yeah,
all
but you don't-
similar. They're all very
We
similar.
also live in a cancel culture. We also live in a culture of super fast pace and overstimulation where women can hop on a dating app and you're the guy who don't want to take her to the restaurant she want to go to. Before she tell you that she don't want to go, she's going to tell you that she can't, and someone else is going to take her, and they're just as good looking with.
That's not the girl for you.
Exactly.
That's not the girl for you.
That's the time that we live in, and it makes that hard where, you know, that exists, where a woman doesn't have to settle. And they say, you don't, like, they don't have to. Someone, where, I mean.
Well, for commitment, they do,
No, I
because
wasn't about
the
rappers.
guys,
Like J.
the
Cole
guys that
said
they're
it best,
going
man.
after are not wifing them. They're smashing, but they're not wifing.
No. Right.
So-
But what does that do to me? That deteriorates that woman. So and now they're coming back.
Yeah,
So that is a good woman for me. And people are, and from the outside looking in, that's a great fit.
she's compatible.
But knowing what I know and what she's done to me, like, I'm not going back. And that's just speaking from experience.
You can disqualify her, but
You
you're
know?
just you're doing what women do when they like, you ask them what type of guy they want, and they say they want a guy who's 6'3", who makes $150,000
Bro, I just said I want to
year.
go with bodies. I don't
No,
care
no.
with bodies. I don't give a fuck about
I
none
feel
of
like
that.
the older you get, they're gonna have to make some. You're gonna have to,
Man, I've been
make some
like this since,
exceptions.
like 25.
you
man.
know. But that's another thing
Body,
that's
she doesn't
a,
have to have the best job.
that's
like,
the advantage
she
that
has
guys have. We can
more
date
or
younger
less.
girls. We can
I
date,
like that.
but women, I don't know.
But they're they be retarded.
And
That's not white
that's the
material.
thing.
You need someone your age.
You're not going to be able to relate to her because she's not from your generation. You
Right.
get me? So you're going to have to teach her things that you like. She's not going to just understand that, you know. But that could be overcome. But the thing about marriage is you want to minimize as many of those things that could be a strain on your relationship for the long term.
Right. That's why you don't get with them.
Exactly. You find someone who's more compatible.
And that's all I'm saying. That's the hard part. Because unless you're available every day to do exactly what that woman wants nowadays, like, or unless you're okay with knowing that you might be getting, you know, cheated on, like, it's just, you have to be. Like,
If
that's
she's
what I
a
feel like.
cheater, drop her. If she's so needy that she needs you to be with her every day, all day, drop her.
Okay, well, here
Or
I am.
teach her,
I'm talking to
you
someone
know.
who's done that. And I've even gone back to a woman who's cheated on me. And I've been like,
No.
nope, can't do it. Like, little stuff. Like, it's just, we live in crazy. Bro, you're talking, I'm in the dating season. I don't want to be single. I'm telling you. But I'm also not going, like, not even just settle. I'm not looking, like, I'm not going to settle. As far as me having to lower myself for somebody. And I'm not even saying I'm the highest up as far as any ladder, but there's things I just won't accept as a man.
I agree.
For what I know that I will do for a woman in that position, I wouldn't. Financially take care of her, not cheat, like emotionally be there,
Okay.
like be mentally present for the relationship. Like, I understand these. Take her, walk her with you, and she take out the, like, little stuff, like whatever. Like, I don't know. I envision that. I would love that, man. I swear. But there's just things that I will not. And this new age woman.
I think that you should have your standards. But you should just be realistic about the dating marketplace and what it has to offer in the modern age. Because, like, I lucked up.
Nothing.
I
Just wanna
found
stay
my woman
single.
early. So the women that y'all gonna be bumping into are not, they've been through things already. So it's like you can't.
I always think about that, man. I wish I had found someone in high school, dog. Someone like, dang, like.
You have to be looking
The right
hard, bro.
partner.
Because if you're not looking, you'll smash her and throw her, and then years later you'll be like, "Dang, that was her." But it's too late now. Now you're 35 or whatever, and she's 33, and she's got 18 bodies on her now. She's been through some stuff. So, but you have to. Most women are crazy. You just have to find one that's like least crazy enough to where you could build with her. You could be with her. You don't mind her crazy.
Yeah,
Because they all crazy. They all of them.
Yeah, and that was. Yeah.
Their logic is
That's the
different than
hard
ours.
part. Absolutely. That's the hard part. Especially me being so transparent, man. I'm a super transparent guy, man. So like the sneaky stuff or just not being as transparent, that's hard.
Let's see what these.
Man, we've
got to
been
say.
talking for like 30 minutes without them talking. Huh?
Yeah. I'll clip that.
Clip it.
You know, like if you match someone and you know, you just want to enjoy your day, there's nothing wrong with that. And that's honestly no one allow a man to tell me I'm less vulnerable than someone else that had sex just once.
Well, it's not.
Like,
It's not who you.
because my body gonna be the same body and myself gonna be
Absolutely
the same
not.
person after 10, 20 men.
Well, it's
wanna-
not.
Oh, she's up there.
It's not
She said 10, 20 men. She
Not 10,
she
15.
started at double
Not 5,
digits.
10.
Yeah. 10, 20 men.
20, man. men.
I mean, like you said earlier, you would never ask.
No.
So you would never know, but you would be able to sense in her behavior.
But is she a great catch?
What, that girl?
Yeah, just from first impression, from what she's kind of just displayed about herself.
I feel like mentally, no. But there's something that happens when you, like, get to know a girl and you actually, like, have a strong, your game is strong and your Mac is strong. They kind of conform to you. You can kind of influence them out of being something bad or whatever. But it depends on if you want to do that. If you have the, you know, if you feel like doing
goal.
that. Yeah.
No.
But, you know, most women are like, because they come out, they're already like a little crazy.
Because that entails like having like to deal with them seeing other guys, and
What do you mean?
I'm not with all that.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
And my thing is, I don't even be having like time to really cheat. Like if I'm with somebody, like I want to see that person.
Yeah.
I want to tell them stuff. Like
Yeah.
I be waking up in the morning having dreams or just cool things at work. And I'm like, damn, who can I tell? Like, my little brothers don't want to hear this shit. They tired of
Or
it.
you're a life partner.
You know?
It's your partner. Your
No,
partner
I'm
in
definitely
crime,
kind of
man.
girls like that, and it's just like they just ain't stick around. Or maybe I did something wrong, or maybe just, you know, like I said, living in this world where everything is so fast paced, where we seek and desire so instant gratification. Like that, if it doesn't come, like it's crazy. On our phones, we experience that when we have 3 bars of 5G, not even full bars of LTE. We're clicking on links and it takes 3 seconds instead of 0.5, and it's like fuck, we're getting frustrated. Like that's what it's like dating women. Like like not me. Like I understand. Like I prefer my phone off sometimes. Like I remember like I had to get home. And like in the back of my mind, like I want to experience a girl like that. I want to not have the phone and just can't wait to get home to call her type shit. But she's over here waiting for the shit to load, and it's not loading fast enough. But it's like, do you know how fast that really is?
So
That's
far,
fast.
in my estimation of the modern dating market, I do not think that the guys are the problem. Okay. I don't think
we are.
No, I don't think
We're simps.
I think
We're allowing them to do that.
Y'all are like 30% of the problem.
Nah.
The rest is the women, because I mean it's basically the older generation, because a lot of women got raised without their father. So they don't know what guys like, because they never seen their mother and their father interact. Back to the importance of marriage. They never seen their mother and father
Of a two-parent household.
fight but work it out and not break up. You know, if they saw their parents get a divorce, or they saw their parents fighting and breaking up,
You can't say get a divorce if
they're
you just
gonna
said
think-
before the marriage.
they're
It's a
gonna
two-parent
think-
household.
what?
No, they're gonna think that.
Women who watch their parents get divorced, I think that happens, and guys too. I think it has an effect on them and on their outlook on marriage. So they're gonna approach relationships with that. That's gonna flavor their relationships in the future. They're gonna be like, oh,
I know this may not last. And
yes,
this plays into
it's
that.
already coming up in their mind that, you know, he's gonna leave me.
Yeah, and
You
see, and that's exactly the problem, because we're seeing that in social media. We're seeing that in all the movies that are coming out. We're seeing that in all the black faces that they
Yeah.
put on TV for us to call idols,
Yes.
which I do not like. We're seeing, and that's what they're doing to us, and it's not even so much what's going on in the household, because I don't even believe that that's the case in these households. I don't think people are even breaking up that much. I see people go back, and it may even be the women, because women want to move on before men do, I guess, because
I don't think the divorce is at 50%. I think it may be a little lower than that, but still, that's too much. It's too much.
yeah. But yeah, just side note, when you had said that, I was like,
Modern women have been sold, and I got this from the Red Pill people, and I got this from Kevin Samuels. Modern women have been sold a fairy tale version of relationships. So when their relationships would be built out of just like wood or plastic or something, because the first storm it hit, it just falls right apart. You know, like they be ready to jump ship
yeah,
because they think the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And because on Instagram they can interact with rich guys, or they can get blown out, or they can go to the parties, or they can be on the apps where
Facebook
they can like swipe and they can get sex that night or whatever if they want, and they think that sex makes them valuable, but that's not what makes that. You did not win. You didn't get the championship ring. You just had sex with.
Right.
You know, but they've been convinced that that's a win. That's a W. It's not.
That's what I be saying. It's not about sex, and I hate when women even chalk it up to that, because the second that you chalk up a relationship to sex, I already know where you at. They lose me. I promise they lose me. Every time. I don't care how the girl good she is or seems. You chalk it up to sex, I prefer to be single, because I don't want to get with someone and then break up. I don't want to be from another broken household. I don't want to have my son to have
Baby
6, 7
mamas.
stepmoms.
Yeah.
I have 5, 6 stepmoms. I'm one of 18 and counting. Like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying, like little stuff. So not even that. Both my parents, my stepmom and my stepdad and my mom were together when I was born, and they're still together now. So I seen two people that, you know, I came from a 2-parent household, and they weren't married. So I've seen all of it in one. And then my family who wasn't black, that was my black side. And my family who wasn't black, my white/Hispanic, or my Hispanics who act white side, divorcing left and right, everyone getting 7 marriages. Kids don't know their parents. Like, so I've seen the flip-flop inverse of a lot of this stuff. But this dating, man, I'll tell you right now, I'm trying to date in this so much fast pace. I want the internet to crash. Like,
Once kids
shit
are
will change
involved
everything.
and you're married, I think it's beyond you. It's about the kids now.
For sure.
Because if you break up in front of them, you're basically destroying their idea of relationships, and it's going to mess up their relationships in the future. Like, if you weren't ready for kids, then why did you get married to that person? Why did you have a kid with that person?
It's not even about the kids no more.
It's not about them no more.
I mean
it's not about you no more.
Everybody. I mean,
It's about the kids.
people don't think that way.
No, they don't. They're very selfish.
That's
Modern people are very selfish. They'll rather divorce. They're like, I'm out of here.
It's about me.
My happiness is number one.
You know, that's the problem.
my
'cause
kids.
Women do that because it's the guy investing most of the time, right? That's what they demand, and then we're investing in what is a woman truly invest in? Your body? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you chalking it up to
She's
sex. You're not bringing
She's
nothing to the
investing a lot.
table.
If she actually
Carries the baby through.
is your helpmate, and she actually is, pulling her weight financially, and she's
Okay, that's
that's
fine.
and she's getting pregnant, she's having your kids, she's
Carrying-
feminine, she cleans your house, you make your
With
house
that.
nice.
With that.
All that stuff is worth.
That's bringing
valuable.
something to the table, though.
Yeah.
But nowadays, these women just want someone to pay for everything.
to buy them a
That
bag.
shit ain't, and then leave when shit don't go right. Even with or without kids, and that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Yeah, their idea of relationship is warped.
And then don't fold clothes, and don't know how to cook. You know how many women don't know how to cook? I be cooking some basic shit. Man, they be like, "What the?" All on Instagram. What is that? How'd you do? Like, ain't no way I'm making rigatoni. And you talking about? It's the same thing as spaghetti. It's a different noodle.
No.
Not, crazy shit.
She's not the
what
one.
men value. So you can't,
For sure.
so you can't go up to guys and say, don't value this, because it's what they want. So that's like me selling a car and going up to the people that want to buy a car and say, like this car, and they say, no, I don't want to buy that car because it's got too many miles. And you saying, well, you should like cars with high miles.
Yeah,
Like
but you
that would
cannot
be-
compare a car with the women. Honestly, we're
No,
talking about
because
completely
a
different
car can
stuff.
be fixed, so women can't get no title like that because we.
She can't really understand Pearl because they're talking in two different paradigms. Pearl is trying to speak hypothetically, but the girl can't. A lot of I noticed that about these red pill contents is like a lot of modern women, they cannot think figuratively. They cannot like take themselves out of a situation. It's always about them personally. You know, like if you go, I notice a lot of modern women, they are frivolous with their bodies. If a woman was here right now, she would be like, no, I'm not frivolous with my body or whatever. And we're all sitting here, we're like, no, we're not saying you. We're saying a lot of the women we met that are modern women, they do crazy things, you know, but it's hard for them to, I don't know, to think like I can see
To
here,
admit it, women love to say face. That's why
Yes.
lying is so big. That's it.
and they ride
Hard
for
to
the
admit.
group. They ride for the group of women, you know. And it's like,
No, not even ride for the group. They ride to save face. They say it like if it's all women, but they're really speaking, like you said, for themselves to save face.
yeah.
Especially when the cameras are rolling. No one wants to be taken sideways with the cameras rolling.
I agree.
Because when she said it, nobody's gonna know. You have about 30 men. You're gonna be as loose as hell. The men know.
And like the thing
You
is,
do know.
And at the end of the day, if a woman sleeps with loads of men, she's a
And
slut.
if you have 30 bodies as a woman, you're not going to
Loads of
enjoy
women,
sex.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
So that goes to show from the beginning. And that's I'm sorry, but
We didn't
Now,
make
you
that
can't-
rule as well.
no,
by the way.
but that's the way it is.
Yeah,
If
it
that's
is,
the way it
I
is, that's
agree.
the way it is. And at the end of the day, right, men can have loads of sex, and it's always going to be like women with loads of. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's the way I can put it. You're gonna know. You can't say, oh, it's my body.
Well, it's-
You know,
because
because you're gonna be no amount of lime and salt can help you.
Yeah, because you get trauma from
He's
everyone.
laughing.
Like you can't say like okay. That girl that came in earlier, you could tell she hadn't slept with a lot of people because she was just so nice and like you can like feel it on a girl.
Yeah,
that's
you-
not true.
I
They're
agree,
not
that is true.
traumatized.
That's not
Because
true.
if
You can tell women who have been with a lot of guys, they just have like a certain worldliness about them. It's like you can tell that she's been around the block a couple of times, even if she's trying to hide it. She can't, you know, she's playing a role, and eventually she's gonna show you something that lets you know that she has been around the block.
Right, and that worldly girl will too. Just don't get it
That's
just
what I'm
because she's on a 30-minute
That's
interview
what
with
I'm
her.
describing.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You think
The
she's
good
like
girl,
that.
the good girl is actually like, you might think, oh, this girl might be a low key freak or whatever. But when you're talking to her, you'll kind of understand that she's a little like green. She's kind of a rookie about certain things about relationships. And you're like, oh, you don't know. You're new to this. But a woman who actually knows, you'll see her manipulating you or trying to manipulate you in certain type of ways, and you're like, oh, you think you got me or whatever because you're a veteran.
That's crazy. Some of the nicest girls that I've met, I had that impression where I was like talking to them or whatever weeks and just been like, you are a freak, and just over those weeks realized like, no, you're really not. Like, you like to talk or you're trying to talk back, but that's not you. Yeah, that for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because if you sleep with 20, 30, 40 guys, the odds that one is going to hurt you is like higher and higher and higher. Like, how do you go through that many guys and none hurt you? Come on.
Yeah.
None? You came out unscathed? Come on.
It's not about sex. It's not.
No.
Come on, it's not about sex. So fuck it, just say that you're fucking and it's not about sex. Don't explain how it's not about sex and then trying to be like it's not about sex. I've been saying it's not about sex.
Let's see where she's going with that.
Well, I'm gonna have sex. Like what the fuck?
It's
If
not-
you single, I'm
a
single.
man doesn't hurt you
What's up?
just because you're having sex with him. It hurts you for a lot of other reasons, and doesn't matter this sex. Like, it's not about sex.
Well,
It actually hurts you when it does something wrong. I don't think it does something wrong in bed. It can do something wrong, in any other occasion. Actually,
I don't
probably
understand
it's
what
gonna
she's
be
saying.
I think I know.
good in bed and then probably doing
But that's like a masculine trait, is not being able to bond with men through
Yeah,
sex.
exactly.
Because
That's
women
what she's
tend to
saying.
bond with men through sex unless they
She's like, sex is just sex. What if it's just sex? Like, it's not
Yeah.
even that deep like that. Like,
It shouldn't be just sex for you as a woman.
No, it should
should
not.
be special, right?
absolutely. I won't even say that. It can be just sex.
No.
I don't think
That's
you have
not-
to
she's
be
messed up.
emotionally. I don't think you have to be emotionally, like, removed. Well, no, some women can. Cause I've met women who have said straight up like, hey, like, I want this to be a one night stand. Good girl.
But that's
Well, listen.
not a good thing. That doesn't speak well of her mental state to me. Like,
I think a woman can. Not every
you're
time,
calling-
not going around, boom, boom, boom. But I think a woman can have a one night stand and be mentally.
to me, vagina is very valuable. And for you to be giving it away to me for basically nothing, that's telling me that something is wrong with you mentally. Because, like we said earlier, as a guy, you got to put in work. You actually have to look nice, smell good, put in work to get with a woman.
That's a heavy pressure you
So-
just put on women.
Yes,
you
they
up.
have a
Also,
responsibility.
because what if just how you feel about that woman, like from day one or whatever, you're like, yo, that's about to be her.
Yeah.
She feels that same way, and she is like, all right, I'm gonna give that to you. Like, knocks down her walls. You know what I'm saying? It's like, fine. Like, I see what you see.
I feel
At
like
what
that
point
wouldn't
is the-
disqualify her from me, like if she let me hit it early, but her behavior and kind of what she's looking for in life would kind of
for sure.
let me know how far I'm gonna take it with her.
Oh,
Because
most absolutely.
if she's just letting me hit all the time whenever I want,
But
and I'm
with no
just coming over,
conversation.
but she's not demanding a relationship, or she's not demanding any of my
future,
time or
right.
anything, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
like,
different.
she's not serious.
You know what it is at that point.
I'm gonna put her in the category of women who I just have sex with, and then I'm gonna go.
100%.
I'm gonna start looking for girls who actually, when I talk to them and I try to have sex with them or I try to get with them, they kind of make me have to work for it, and but it's worth it. Like, I'm willing to work for it because she's hot and she's what I like. She's what I want. She's feminine. She's attractive. She's fit. She's thick or whatever. She's whatever you like. And then it's like, and she's not a hoe. But if she's giving it up to everybody, it's like I'm not gonna give up my freedom as a guy to have sex with as many women as I want for a woman
who's
who
having sex
with a
many
bunch of
men,
guys. It's not the same, bruh.
No, I definitely. She's not having sex with everybody, but my statement. I think a woman can be emotionally removed.
I don't think she can.
In some, not.
She could trick
not
herself into thinking
fucking-
that,
not
but no,
going
she
around
can't.
Fucking a situation or two, to get her to 5-6 bodies. 3-way relationship. 2 was on some hoe shit. 2 was on some.
I feel like they be
One
thinking
night
that,
stand shit.
and that messes them up. They think, they see the guys, they grow up with the guys who are max, and they see guys have sex with a bunch of girls,
Which is what-
and they
what she
think
was
that
saying,
they can do it.
masculine
They think
traits.
that, yes,
Yeah.
they try to become masculine, and then they try to go and make it with a lot of guys, how they see the guys doing.
that don't
And
work.
and the only thing that happens to them is their value goes down
Absolutely.
in the eyes of the guys in that community.
Really in themselves, because
themselves.
if they move out that town, like niggas ain't gonna know, but you know.
But yeah, she still knows.
Yeah, she know,
It's
you
still
know.
in her mind, and that's what the old lady was saying. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you're still gonna have that on you,
You can't just hit
a
spacebar.
lot of people, then they don't.
I can't because I
Why
have
don't you think
OBS
about
running,
that?
and
How women can
it's like
enjoy
it'll
sex
just
as
stop
a man,
OBS or
like-
whatever.
What's the difference? Like, you can enjoy.
I got another keyboard. I'm like,
Most of the
That's
time,
what you like to think.
It's the
What?
truth.
That's what you like to
Does that
think.
take USB?
No, you
No,
don't.
I had a
I just
keyboard.
know quick, just around guys in the room. I'm just asking.
all my ports are locked up. Like, one of them has the hard drive, and then one of them has the sound in the video.
Oh, shit.
Have you ever slept with a girl that said it was casual and then she caught feelings?
yes.
Yes.
Ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like most guys have had that happen in their life.
Yes.
Because that's the ideal situation
Right.
for a young guy. That's what we're looking for. We're trying to get with a girl who will let us hit and not demand commitment.
But then no, they said, and then who caught feelings?
She caught feelings, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you, at the beginning of the
Yeah.
relationship, the contract that you set down in front of her says, we're gonna smash, but we're not gonna catch feelings. And
Right.
she says, okay, and she signs it. Boom. She puts her name on the line. And then a week goes by, or what actually happens, I think, is guys will be like, I just want to smash, and I don't want to catch feelings with you. And the girl's like, okay. And then he ends up doing too much. He ends up whining and dining her or whatever,
Yeah,
or
'cause-
trying to be charming, and then she ends up falling in love, and then she starts catching feelings, and she starts acting weird about him sleeping with other girls or whatever. And it's like, it's because he didn't limit himself to her enough. He should have been more distant.
So it's the guy's fault at that point.
Low key. Most of it is the guy's fault.
How if I'm the guy and it's okay for me to have sex, I
Yeah.
would for sure think it's the woman's fault for not limiting her access,
Yeah.
my access to her. See what I'm saying? If she's not limiting my
The
now, it's you might as well have a bunch of bodies, because if you just want to be letting me beat it up, like who cares if it's one guy or
The game that's being played is they're trading their
What?
sex to us for our commitment to them. If they get no commitment, they lost and we won, because we get sex, and sex is valuable. It has value. People pay money for it, and it creates life. It creates children. So they're trading something that has the ability to make children for next to nothing. A lot of them. Yeah.
a dinner date,
Which is crazy.
a
to
pair
me.
of shoes, some Dior's.
A conversation.
Hey, please cut that out. I ain't promoting none of these fuck brands.
Have you ever slept with a girl that casually and then she caught feelings?
Yeah.
I don't know your name, but yes, yeah, give me yes or no. Yeah. Yeah? Okay. So 4 random guys are in this room all saying the
Yeah,
same
what
thing.
about the opposite? Why you didn't ask me
What do you mean?
if I stop any kind of, relationship with a man
Because we
if it was
because we weren't talking about you. We were talking about the men.
Yeah, no, but me as a woman, no, me as a Alessandra. Like, if that can happen for a man, he stopped to see someone because he was catching feeling, that can happen also with a man. The only thing is that men usually, they just don't say when they catching feeling because they feel like, it's the stereotype of men, so it's not allowed.
I think she's right though, that guys do that too. But guys, I don't know. We can detach ourselves from women or like easier. We can just walk away from a situation.
If I have a friends with benefits and she's not checking for me,
No. If you have a friends with benefits and you catch feelings for her.
no. And if I catch feelings for her, right. If I
Then
know
what?
that she's my friends with benefits, but I still have that freedom, and she's not. Usually, the friend with benefits is missing something. Sometimes is missing something, or there's a reason why y'all can't get together, which makes it easy to see other women. So, even if I'm catching feelings, like I'm not saying anything, and I'm not acting on it as maybe like a woman would. I'm not gonna act on it from experience in a way that's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, you're gonna sit back
If
and
I know
strategize.
that- Yeah.
It may affect you in ways that you don't like you may act weird around her or whatever. But you're not gonna.
No, fuck,
It's
I don't
not
act
gonna.
weird. I don't do that.
Yeah, if you got game,
personally.
you're not gonna act weird. But I'm saying
I'm
like
just transparent.
the average guy is gonna. He may start acting a little different if he falling in love with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be like, I don't like you talking to so and so or whatever. And she's gonna be like, wait, what? I thought the contract was we get to just do whatever. So.
Yeah, let her say that.
But that's what y'all signed up for. You signed up for you get to hit whenever she's around, and she gets to do whatever she wants when you're not around.
No, all my friends with benefits only fuck me. And that's how he catching feelings.
You can think that.
Because I'd be like, you only fucking me. But I'm out here.
Sex is
No, I'm
designed to
not
link
like
people
that.
together as well. It will link you.
Soul tie.
Are allowed to say, yeah, I'm falling in love just having sex with you. So he wouldn't say that. He wouldn't say that.
No, but like Pearl said, we don't really there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but the reality is it doesn't work both ways.
So listen, if a man catches feelings for a woman, he's with that woman forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna stick with her. And
Even
that's the
if he
difference.
does
If a woman catches feelings, she's gonna chase that man even though it's a one night stand. But if a man catches feelings, then that's his woman. That is his woman. Simple as.
And see, that's the problem. I don't think catching feelings is a measure of wanting needing to be with somebody. If you're fucking somebody, you're gonna catch something, and that someone's making themselves available to you. Now that woman's like is submissive to you, but like once people start catching feelings, people get with like stick around, will get with and stick with bad people for the wrong reasons, only because they feel something, and not realizing that that something that you're feeling may just be a loneliness that you know is soon to come once you leave this person that you should not be with. And therefore you stick around, and that's where people find themselves in bad situations, whether they be abusive, or whether they're lacking love, attention, or whether they're lacking like physical touch, or lacking even mental stimulus or whatever, like conversation. That's when people find themselves in situations like that, where it's strictly sexual, or it's, you know, no more sex, and now people are cheating, but because it's not about sex, the cheating doesn't matter. So there's infidelity now in the relationship. Like there's so much to it. Like, so getting with someone because you're emotionally attached, both men and women, fellas, you should not be doing that. And that's the whole simps fucking shit that we got going on right now, though. Especially in the rap culture, this simp shit, niggas talk about they ain't simping. Y'all spending bread on women that are not. You're simping. She's not. You're paying for pussy and you can get it. You're simping. Like, and then these bitches are getting on YouTube talking about it. You're simping.
Having sexual relations with women, it complicates things, because it's gonna make you fall in love with her. If y'all are having sex constantly, like, you know, she's coming over all the time and y'all can't wait to see each other and stuff. You know what that is, right? That's that's the roots of love building. Y'all are learning about each other. You like being around each other. It's like, bro, you can act like y'all don't love each other, but y'all are basically acting out a relationship, and you don't even know it.
Oh, absolutely, a relationship, but of a different kind. A relationship, but from a different understanding. A relationship from, we're not starting a family, we're not doing these things, and therefore it is a little bit more responsible of us to do this, and we are being truthful and transparent, and we may even talk about our feelings, but from a stand, and I only from speaking from experience, I have really good friends with Memphis, still, you know, a really good friend, but that is real. Cut that, because if I ever get married, I should see this.
If the end goal of life is to have kids and to leave them in a better situation than you had, or like at least the same, like a level, but like a decent situation, then you want to find a woman who is down for creating a family as quick as possible, because she's gonna be more fertile. She's going to be healthier. She's going to be less damaged. So you got to be very serious about the time that you spend on women, because women are like, they can be like video games. You could get lost in the fun of dating, and you'll just stay there forever. I know guys who are old as hell who are just serial daters. They just date.
That might be me. I'm not,
you know,
date. I'm hella single.
Yeah, so
I don't think I'm gonna date though, but
that's fine.
I'm discouraged.
But it's not fine, because one day you're gonna be older. You're gonna look back at life. You're gonna say, I wish I had kids, and then, but it's gonna be like,
I wish I shared this life with somebody.
Yes,
100%. I agree with you, but I don't want to find myself in a situation where I tried it and then, you know, it's just bad, especially with kids in the picture. I don't know. That's like a big.
You just gotta find a woman who's a rider, who's down to ride.
And you won't know until you have the kids, and at that point, it's too late.
But women, yes, women do leave relationships a lot of the time, but women, like she was saying, when women have sex, if y'all are having constant sex with each other, you're gonna have a bond and you're gonna have a connection. And it's both of y'all responsibility to keep strengthening that bond and to stay together. And especially if there's kids there, then y'all really have a responsibility to make sure that y'all y'all are still dating each other. Y'all are still trying to find out new things about each other and fall deeper in love with each other. You know,
People
and
don't
that's
think
fun.
about it like
That's
that.
a fun thing to do. It's fun for me to do that with my wife, to get to know her more and to take her on dates and go to new places and learn new things about her, you know, and for her to do the same with me.
Or even knowing, I think, too, just knowing that love is transformative and all. I think some of the women don't understand that, and as time goes, you know, it changes and everything. And like you said,
Yes.
reconnecting on levels. And been with some women for a while, and you know, in the past, and they didn't understand that like shit changes, people grow, and if we're not growing together, that's, you know, not good as well.
Yep.
I say peace signs, but I might stay single forever, man.
Well, all right, y'all. That was us reviewing Just Pearly Things. I'm gonna leave a link to her page in the
We didn't even get
in the
through it.
comments. Oh, we're never gonna get through these, bro. This is 2 hours long.
Oh yeah, oh shit.
Yeah, this is no games right here. Let's see how long this is.
But she loses it though.
This is an hour and two hours long.
Oh yeah, she did turn red.
Yeah, but
I want to see her lose it.
no, she keeps control of the conversation, and she comes with facts, which that's why I watch her. I like her content, and she has this lady on. I love this lady. Let me show y'all. She has this lady on. Oh my God, all of her takes are just so good. They're so, you know, I don't know. I'm kind of biased because I was raised by older people, so I feel like you should listen to older people, what they have to say. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please give us a follow. We need you. Please give us a follow. That will help us out. Please like the video. Share it if you can. But this has been the RTG podcast. I'm Kao.
This is Solo. Make sure you bleep some of that stuff out. We out.
We'll catch you.